कृष्ण।
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज
बिहारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवर धारी
जय गोपी जन
वल्लभा जय गिरिवर धारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवर धारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ
जय गिरिवर धारी यशोधानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोधानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुन तीरा वनचारी
यमुना
तीरा वनचारी यमुन तीरा वनचारी
यमुना तीरा
वनचारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी
जय
राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे
कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोकुलानंत राधा गोकुलानंत श्री राधे जय राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद श्री
राधे
जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बालदेवा जय सुभद्रा
जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय
जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय
जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपा 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 जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा 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 जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय
जय गुरुदेव
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। प्रणाम संकीर्त यज्ञ की जय जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि भक्त वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्णा। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादां सगगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुतीर्देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी भाष्यात्यादेशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Thank you Mataji and Prabhuji for joining for the today's evening session. And yeah, today I'm planning to talk about Tulasi Maharani, a great devotee and a consort of the Lord. So before I start, I just do my prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवश च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवती नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवश च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवती नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवश च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवती नमो नमः। तुलसी महारानी की जय। Prabhu, can you hear me properly, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Can you hear me properly?
Yes, Prabhuji. Perfect.
Okay, so today I want to talk about Tulasi Maharani. Because why Tulasi Maharani? Because I was recently, for the Bhakti Shastri course, I was reading Nectar of Devotion. So Nectar of Devotion is mentioned one of the prime angas of Bhakti. Rupa Goswami mentioned about 64 angas of Bhakti. In 64 angas of Bhakti, the one of the main angas of bhakti is to worship Tulasi Maharani. So, so this is the text that I took from Nectar of Devotion, where Srila Prabhupada took the quotations from Skanda Puran to say how Tulasi Maharani should be worshipped. So he said in this quotation, "Let me offer my respectful obeisance unto Tulasi tree, which can immediately vanquish volumes of sinful activities. Simply by seeing, touching this tree, one can become relieved from all distress and disease. Simply by offering obeisance to and pouring water on the Tulasi tree, one can become free from fear of being sent to the court of Yamaraj, the king of death who punishes sinful. If someone saw a Tulasi tree somewhere, certainly he becomes devoted to Lord Krishna. And when Tulasi leaves are offered in devotion at the lotus feet of Krishna, there is a full development of love of Godhead." So this is the statement from Skanda Puran, where Prabhupada referred this in the Angas of Bhakti Nectar of Devotion. So this is the importance of Tulasi Maharani. So we have to worship Tulasi Maharani in a very respectful obeisances. That's what in ISKCON or Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they give such importance to Tulasi Maharani. As we all know that our day starts with doing prayers to Tulasi Devi. So in the morning, if you go to Mangalarti, after Mangalarti, first thing we'll do is we do Tulasi Puja. Before we start our chanting, we do Tulasi Puja to get the blessings of Tulasi Maharani, that we can able to develop the love for Godhead, that we can able to chant very nicely, as that's very important in our sadhana bhakti. And also it is mentioned that if you can chant with the Tulasi plant, you will be more get benefit as well. That's what our Goswamis, they used to do japa in front of Tulasi tree, Tulasi plant. And also we know that Krishna did all his pastimes in Vrindavana. So Tulasi Maharani is also called as Vrinda. Vana means forest. So this is Vrindavana. So Krishna's pastimes happened in Vrindavana. It is not called as Krishna Vana, it's called Vrindavana. So that is importance, how Krishna was giving importance to Vrinda Devi. And the Vrinda Devi, Tulasi Maharani, is also called as Krishna Jivini. That means Tulasi is the life of Krishna and Krishna's life is Tulasi. So this is the importance of what Shastra was saying, that how much Tulasi Maharani is so important in our spiritual life. So, and then we know Tulasi is very beloved to Lord Krishna. So Tulasi means it's incomparable one. So if you know about the astrology, there is a kind of a rasi. I don't know how to call this in English now. Called Tula. Tula means a kind of a balancing thing, and then this is like it's also given that how much importance that Tulasi is importantly given. It also comes from the word Dula. And then because Tulasi Maharani, when she was born, she was the most beautiful, and then she has all the qualities of Lakshmi. That's what the sages called her as Tulasi, which means it's incomparable one. If you come to the western part of the world, Tulasi is called as holy basil. So which means that she's a very pure. We know basil which they use for cooking, but she is called as holy basil. I recently met one of the lectures, one of the devotee was saying that in French, it is called as planta royale. It means, if you translate that, it's called royal plant in French. So in almost all the part of the world, Tulasi was given such a high importance. It's not only in India, in all the Western countries, they also give such an importance to holy Tulasi Maharani. So such a kind of spiritual benefits we have with Tulasi. Of course, we have a lot of material benefits, but that is all for the material things that they call for this kind of medicines, everything is there. But as a spiritual person, as a spiritual elevation, as a follower of Gaudiya Vaishnava, Tulasi Maharani is very, very important for us in our spiritual life. So here, one of the statements, the Tulasi Maharani is called as Vrinda Devi. And then she is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, and she also an expansion of Srimati Radharani. So if you look at this, the story of Tulasi Maharani, it was said that she is expansion of goddess Lakshmi, but goddess Lakshmi is the expansion of Srimati Radharani. So, and then it's also written in Madhuri Kadambini that she arranges the wonderful, she's responsible for setting up the wonderful pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna and Vrindavan. So those, I don't want to go into that part of, because that's kind of, it makes the story very lengthy, but we will talk this at some other time about how the Tulasi Maharani was arranging this kind of pastimes, and how the parrots of Tulasi Maharani was arranging all these things, the information passing and everything. That's a sweet pastimes of Tulasi Maharani that really helps in the wonderful pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. So we'll discuss this in some other time. And yeah, and then if you look at Narottam Das Thakur in his prayers to what we always do, the Tulasi Maharani's prayers in the morning, he says, Kripa Karo Tare Vrindavana Vasi. So, dear Tulasi, please bestow your mercy upon me so that I may forever reside in Vrindavan. So, if you wanted to stay in Vrindavan, if you want to go to Vrindavan, if you wanted to stay, you need to get the mercy of Tulasi Maharani. Without Tulasi Maharani's mercy, one cannot enter the Vrindavan. So, which is said by Srila Narottam Das Thakur, was saying that how much Vrindavan Devi has to bestow mercy on us that we can able to enter Vrindavan. Or if you have a kind of dream to get to Vrindavan, for that also we need the mercy of Tulasi Maharani. So in Nectar of Devotion, in verse 30, Krishna attracts features are all described by Vrinda, the Gopi, after whom Vrindavan was named. It is mentioned in Nectar of Devotion. In also Madhyalila Chaitanya Charitamrita, the word Vana means forest. Vrindavan is a name given to the forest where Srimati Vrinda Devi, Tulasi Devi, grows profusely. So these are the things. So I just wanted to give some kind of about more to the benefits of Tulasi, benefits of worshipping Tulasi Maharani. I want to give some importance of who is Tulasi Maharani, and then how Tulasi Maharani become the tree and everything, because she is a kind of a chief goddess of Lord Narayan and a great devotee of Lord Krishna. How she become a tree. So this is a kind of big story, but I just wanted to cut short, give some important points here so that one can meditate on the Srimati Radha and Srimati Tulasi Maharani. So it is a kind of, she comes in the family of Mahadaksha Savarni. So he is a kind of great devotee. So in his generation, his son Rishadwaja was a great devotee of Shiva. So they are very powerful. And then he was a great devotee of Shiva. And then once, because of that, he was doing a lot of different activities. He just controlling the demigods and everything. They don't like it. So because the demigods are afraid of Lord Shiva, he might curse. So they just kept quiet. Once the Lord Suryadev, he got angry, and then he cursed him, Rishadwaja. And then because of curse, Lord Shiva got angry. So Lord Surya went to Brahma, Brahma went to Vishnu, and then they're arguing between Vishnu and Shiva on all these regards of how they can curse my greatest devotee and everything. By the time passed away, by the time Rishadwaja, because of the curse from Lord Surya, he left his body. But then he has two sons, one is Dharmadwaja and Rishadwaja. So they are very great Vaishnavas. So Dharmadwaja got married to Madhavi. And then Madhavi and Dharmadwaja's daughter is Tulasi Maharani. So they gave birth to a baby girl. And then Tulasi Maharani was born on a full moon day and a Friday in a Kartik month. So the qualities explained in Shastra, how she looks like, is just give the brief description of how Goddess Lakshmi looks like. So she's the expansion of Goddess Lakshmi, and she has a lotus flower on her feet. Her beauty was incomparable. That's why the sages called her as Tulasi. So when Tulasi Maharani was born, because she was more before this, I want to go back to one of the story behind this, because Tulasi Maharani, she was in Goloka Vrindavan. So she was a favorite companion of Srimati Radharani. So she served Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. And she's a partial expansion of Srimati Radharani, and as a very favorite and personal companion of Srimati Radharani. So during the Rasalila dance in Goloka, she get more intimate with Lord Krishna. And then because she was very intimate with Krishna, she got the ecstasy of joy and then she fainted. And that time Radharani came into the sight and she saw this and she got angry on that. And then she cursed Tulasi Maharani that will take a birth as a human being. But then because Krishna also involved in that, so Krishna was merciful to Radha Tulsi Maharani, and then he said, Lord Krishna said that, blessed that you will get married to Lord Narayan, which will be arranged by Lord Brahma in the Earth planet, and then you will be a great devotee of mine, and don't need to worry about that. So then she came to the Earth planet, and then she was born as a girl for King Dharmadwaja and Madhavi. Similarly, the other story, which is called, so she will get married to a devotee called Shankashuda, and then Shankashuda is also a kind of a Goloka Vasi. His name is Sudama. So he was a cowherd boy in Goloka, and then he was a very close companion of Lord Krishna. So and then the same thing that when this incidents happening, he was there along with Krishna, and then Krishna was keeping quiet when Radharani was very angry, but Sudama was getting agitated and he was just going beyond cursing, saying something bad to Radharani. Radharani got very angry on that, and then she cursed him immediately that you go and give birth in the earth, you reside in the earth. So he don't wanted to stay there arguing. So he left the Goloka Vrindavan and he came to earth, and he's residing in earth. And then he became a demon, and his name is Shankashud. So all these are happening, and then he is already there. Radharani was born, and then she wanted to get married to Lord Krishna. So she did lot of tapasya. So it is mentioned in the Shastra that she went for a tapasya for 100,000 celestial years of tapasya she did. So, and then finally Lord Krishna appeared in the forest, and then he blessed that he agreed that he will marry her, but before getting married to me, he will get married to Narayan, and then only he will come to me. That's what we are saying. And then still she's just following, even though she's want to get married, but she's okay to get married to Lord Narayan. So this is all happening around, and then on the end of her tapasya, Lord Brahma appeared in front of Tulasi Maharani. And then he said to that, your marriage, you will be arranging things. So first you get married to Sudama, because Sudama was also a Golokavasi. And then he was residing, he was already doing a lot of tapasya to get married to you. So I already gave the boon to him that you will get married to Tulasi. So he is waiting for you. So you go and get married to him. And then after that marriage, I will arrange another way that you can get married to Narayan, and then we get cursed, and then you'll get more into a kind of a plant, and everything will happen simultaneously. In that way, you'll get you'll be more a great devotee, and you'll get into Krishna's hands. So this is all happening, and then she get so if you look at the Shankashuda's line, he come from the Kashyapa Muni's descendant. So his father is Asura Damba. So Shankashuda, who was Sudama in Goloka Vrindavan, he born as Shankashuda, he was a demon. So he also went through severe austerity, and then finally Lord Brahma appeared in front of him, and he said, I want to be a great devotee of Lord Krishna, and I want to be a powerful king and marry Tulasi Maharani. So Lord Brahma offered his boon, and then so he started to, and then he gave him a necklace, amulet necklace, which is from Lord Krishna. So he wears that every time. So that means he's protecting him from any kind of demigod's attack, and any kind of anyone attacked him, you will not be killed, because this necklace will protect him. So then he has this, so he went, and then he also got married to Tulasi Maharani in Badrikashram. So they were when Tulasi Maharani was doing his tapasya in Badrikashram. So Shankashuda get the boon from Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma asked him to go to Badrikashram, get married to Tulasi Maharani. So he comes there, and then and there's a kind of conversation happening between them, and then finally they get married. Gandharva marriage. It happened Gandharva marriage. So he was a demon. So he was very powerful. He was conquering the three world, and then he was giving a lot of problems to demigods. The same time, he has the Krishna's necklace, which is protecting him, and his wife is a great Vaishnava, great devotee of Lord Vishnu. She's a very chastised lady. So in all the way, he's highly protected. So he's getting very powerful day by day, and then started to go through all the world, and every demigods are so afraid. And then they went to Lord Shiva, and then Lord Shiva said, okay, I will go and fight with him to save the demigod. So the fight, Lord Shiva came down, and then he was fighting with Shankashuda for more than a year, and then he couldn't able to conquer him. Things are going on, but he been unconscious, and then he wake up and then started to fight. So this is all happening like this. Then Lord Vishnu said to Lord Shiva, don't engage this thing. I will have a different plan. As far as he has this Krishna's necklace, and then Tulasi Maharani is worshipping me strongly, so it's not possible for you to kill him. So Lord Vishnu came as an old Brahmana, and then he was he's begging to Shankashud, I am an old Brahmana, I am very thirsty and hungry, I don't have anything to support myself. Can you offer me some kind of your wealth that I can able to survive? And then because Shankashuda is a kind of, even though he's a demon, he has a great devotee of Vishnu. So he said, okay, whatever you want, just ask me, I'm happy to give it to you. So in that time, Lord Vishnu was asking him the necklace, Krishna's necklace, so that I can able to survive with that necklace. So he gave the necklace to him. So in that happened one thing. And the second thing, Lord Vishnu go into the palace of Tulasi Maharani as a Shankashud. So when it comes to the big celebration, that he was saying that I kill Lord Shiva, and I'm the warrior, I'm the great warrior, conquer everything, so I'm coming with the victory. So when Tulasi Maharani saw that, she was very happy, she's very joyful, and then she was bringing him into the palace, and then they're coming together, staying close together. So that time she found that he is not my husband. So she lost that chastity that time. And then she realized that because she lost chastity, and then he lost his Krishna. That time Lord Shiva killed Shankashud with his trident. So he was being killed. The same time, Tulsi Maharani also realized that who is here is not my husband. So because Lord Shiva killed him, he threw the bones of the demon in the ocean. That's what becomes a conch shell now. So whatever the conch shell we use in our service to the devotional activity, this is all the bones of the great devotee Shankashud. So Tulasi Maharani came to know that Lord Vishnu came as my husband, and then he cheated me, and he just so my husband is killed now. So she got angry, and then she cursed Lord Vishnu to become a stone. And then Vishnu said, okay, that's fine, but I'm here to satisfy both the boom what you get. Tulasi Maharani want to get married to Lord Narayan, and then Shankashud has to get married to Tulasi. So both things has to happen. So that's what this all pastimes happen. So she said, then Tulasi Maharani, she left the body. So, and then she left the material body, and then she got married to Lord Narayan, and then she became the goddess of Lord Narayan. So at the time, Lord Vishnu was saying that you left the body, your body will become like a Kandaki river now, which is the river that flows in the Nepal now. And then this is a kind of pure holy water, is very spiritual water, a very transparent, very effulgent water. And then I will become the stone. So I'll be the stone in the bank of the Gandaki river. So I'll become like a Shaligram Shila, and I'll stay as a kind of a stone in the bank of the Gandaki river. So whoever marry me to Tulasi Maharani, they get the best out of the best, because that they do the marriage. That's what we celebrate in the Kartik month, that we have after the Ekadashi and Dwadashi, we have the Shaligrama, Tulasi Shaligram Vivaha. If you can conduct that festival very grandly, you get all the benedictions for his spiritual benefits. So the body of the Tulasi Maharani becomes the Gandaki river, and then her hair was transformed into a holy tree, which is called Tulasi tree. And then they also mentioned in the Shastra that Tulasi tree also grow in the bank of Vraja river in Goloka. So as we know, the material plane and the spiritual plane, there's a river called Vraja. So which disconnect the material world and the spiritual world. So Tulasi Maharani, Tulasi tree also grows in the Vraja river in Goloka. So this is the long story. I make it shorter. And then, so by offering Lord Krishna a single Tulasi leaf, one attain results of offering him every flowers and leaf that exist. So this is also very important, that if you can offer one Tulasi leaf to Tulasi Maharani, we are offering any kind of the flower that exists in this world is offered to Krishna. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that Srimati Tulasi Maharani is our spiritual master. She is the queen of Sri Vrindavan Dham. It is only by her mercy that one can be qualified to enter in Sri Vrindavan Dham. We wear Tulasi Maharani around our neck, knowing that she is very dear to Lord Krishna. By alliance to her, we chant the name of Lord Hari. So this is what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, that he said that Tulasi Maharani is a spiritual master. So, and then it's very important to understand what our acharyas are saying, how much they glorify Tulasi Maharani. So, and also in certain Chaitanya Charitamrita, Tulasi dhala matrena jalasya shulkana va vikranitswam atmanam bhaktebo bhakta vatsalaha. Sri Krishna, who is very affectionate towards his devotee, sells himself to a devotee who offer him merely a tulasi leaf and a palm full of water. So this is the mercy of Lord Krishna. Just by offering a tulasi leaf and a water, he sell himself to a devotee. So that much power Tulasi Maharani has. So if you want to get the Krishna Prem, we have to first worship Tulasi Maharani and always offer Tulasi Maharani, Tulasi leaf to Lord Krishna. So in that way that we will always have Krishna Bhakti in our heart. And next is also for anyone to enter the Vrindavan, so it's very important that Vrinda Devi is essential. Srila Prabhupada stressed this by making Tulasi Puja as a daily part of our morning program. Tulasi Devi is expansion of Vrinda Devi in this world. Every morning we pray to Vrinda Devi. Jeto Mara Sharana Loy, Tara Vancha Purna Hoy, Kripa Kori Kora Thare, Vrindavana Vasi. So this is sung by Narottam Das Thakur. Whoever takes shelters of you, all his desires are fulfilled, and by your mercy, he becomes a resident of Vrindavan. So this is very important. Among all these Gopi messengers, Vrinda Devi is the best. She is an expert at arranging the meetings of Radha Krishna, and she is fully conversant with the geography of Vrindavan, knowing the best place for the divine couples of interest. So this we'll discuss this point in the next in some other class when I'm talking more about the pastimes of Radha Krishna, how Vrinda Devi was really arranging all these things, because this is a very vast topic to understand and discuss, because it's also very sweet. So in this last one, I want to talk more about the benefits of offering the benefits of worshipping Tulasi Maharani. So this is from Garga Samhita. So Garga Samhita, where Garga Muni was explaining it's all Garga Muni's text. So Chandranan was Srimati Radharani's friend. So she's listening to the Garga Muni's what he's saying. So at the time, Srimati Radharani was asking Chandranan how to please Lord Krishna. This is in Garga Samhita, Canto 2, 15th chapter, text 38. So Sri Radharani was asking Chandranan how to please Krishna. So in English, I say, please tell me what kind of worship I should perform to please Sri Krishna. Worship that will bring auspiciousness, piety, and fulfillment of my desire. And Sri Chandran was said, "Oh Radha, service to Tulasi give the greatest piety, the greatest good fortune, and the greatest benediction. It gives Lord Krishna's association." So this is from the Garga Samhita chapter 2, 16, text 2. So this is the starting, and there are like 15 shlokas which talks more about what are the benefits that you will get on worshipping Sri Tulasi Maharani. So yeah, this is a kind of I thought this will be very interesting to all the devotees. I mean, especially for me to purify myself, and also I thought I can just give this knowledge to you all, so that you can understand how much important worshipping Tulasi Maharani. So it was said that you should always grace on Tulasi, touch her, remember her, glorify her, bow down before her, offer prayers to her, plant her, and worship her. Then she will grant your desire. So these are the way that we have to worship Tulasi Maharani. They who days after serve Tulasi in these 9 ways, which is said in the previous thing, 9 ways attain the results of pious deed performed in many thousands of millions of yugas. So this is what offering offer praise Tulasi Maharani every day, what with the benefits we're going to get from that. Also, very important point, everyone, the person who plant Tulasi liberates his family. As many branches, sub branches, seeds, flowers, and leaves are, are on Tulasi, has he has planted, so many ancestors and descendants in his family from thousands of Kalpa Yuga will go to Lord Krishna's transcendental abode. So, in a Tulasi plant, how big she is, that much ancestors and descendants will go into Lord Krishna's transcendental abode. The bigger the tree is, the more benefits we're going to have. That not because we are liberated, only not only we, our ancestors, and who going to come after us will also be liberated. They also go to the Goloka Vrindavan. That much power that Tulasi Maharani has. She's very merciful to us. O Radha, by offering Lord Krishna a single Tulasi leaf, one attained the results of offering him every flowers and leaf that exist. A person who is with offering a Tulasi leaves worship Lord Krishna is not touched by sin as a lotus leaf is not touched by water. So this is very important. So one who worship Lord Krishna Tulasi leaves, no sin will touch them. And next point, it is saying that while protecting a Tulasi for, if you can be able to protect Tulasi for like Vrindavan, one attain the results of giving in pious charity of hundreds badra of gold and 400 badra of silver. That much huge amount of gold and silver is going to be giving them charity. That much kind of pious you'll get if you can protect a Tulasi forest. A home in the midst of Tulasi forest is a sacred pilgrimage place. Yamaraj's servant will never enter that home. So if you are staying in a kind of Tulasi forest, which is a kind of already a pilgrimage place, and you'll be more chanting and you're doing a lot of spiritual activities there. So Yamaraja or his servant will never enter that place because it's been fully surrendered by Tulasi Maharani. And then it also said that those who plant a sacred Tulasi forest which fulfill desire and remove all sins are the best of people. They will never see Yamaraj. So it's very important that whatever if we plant a Tulasi forest, it remove all our sins, and then no, we will not see Yamaraj at all. That means we don't have death. We directly go to Goloka Vrindavan. A person who plant, protect, water, see, touch her, Tulasi burns the sins committed with the body, mind, and words. So this is also very important. Whatever sin we committing by using some kind of unwanted words or disturbed mind, thinking about lusty things, unwanted bodily activities, or the sins created by all these can be vanquished if you can able to do all the praise Tulasi Maharani. On a single Tulasi leaf, the holy place beginning with Pushkar, the sacred river beginning with Ganga, and the deity's head by Lord Vishnu resides. So if you have one single Tulasi, a single Tulasi will have all the holy place from Pushkar is the holy place Pushkar is there, the river Ganga Mata is there, and the Lord Vasudev deity, Lord Vasudev is residing in Tulasi Maharani. So that much potent Tulasi leaf is that all the best among the best is there in the Tulasi Maharani Tulasi leaf. So we have to worship Tulasi Maharani as the best as we can. And then even though we are stained with 100 sins, a person who touch Tulasi Manjari as he lives his life does not see Yamaraj at all. So it's all what it's meant to hear is that whatever we do to Tulasi Maharani, we don't have any birth again. We go directly to Goloka Vrindavan. This is what all this text was, Chandran was saying to Srimati Radharani. The sin does not touch the body of a sinner until the tulasi paste. So if you take a stick from the tulasi we make it how we make a sandal paste, we make a tulasi paste, and then if you touch this, or we will not have been affected by any sin. Wherever is a beautiful shade of tulasi for us, their shraddha should be offered, their akshaya should be offered to the pitas. So pitrus. So this is the other thing. So this is more important thing, like whatever if you do a kind of pitru shraddham and everything where you worship forefathers, that time if you offer the tulasi paste to the brahmanas who is coming to do the things, it would give a lot of benedictions to you, and then your forefathers will be happy, and then their life will elevate, go into heavenly planets. And also we always call as a brahmana to come and eat in the pitru shardam. So if you're going to offer them the the tulasi leaves and the paste, so that also will bring a lot of benedictions to us. So this much benefits how tulasi has it. So it's not only tulasi. So the important thing is tulasi leaf is important, tulasi root is important. Even the sand that is bound to the tulasi, if you're going to apply that sand on your body, and then if you do prayers, whatever prayers you do, you get 100 times benefits on the prayer you do. That's much powerful. Even the sand has it. So what we talk about the leaf, even the sand has that much potent in spiritual activity. Another thing is that if you have these tulasi beads, so if you offer the japa in tulasi beads, so japa is very austere, and if you're going to do the japa in tulasi beads, that brings 100 times more benefit of your japa. And similarly, if you're going to wear the tulasi beads, neck beads in tulasi, so one thing is that it will help you that the Yamaraj will not come to you. When you see the tulasi beads, he thinks this is a Vaishnava, we should not go. So the Vishnu will come and take you at the time of death. And second thing, also note, I read one of the devotee was saying in his class that if you wear the tulasi beads necklace, any negativity that you have in the horoscope will be nullified. Tulasi Maharani is that much powerful that if you wear necklace beads, any negativity by any kind of grahas, like we have any Saturn graha or any kind of grahas which is not, it's not really good, but Tulasi beads will nullify that. You don't get any negative effects of the grahas in the horoscope. That much powerful has Tulasi beads has that. That's what we always recommend. A devotees should wear Tulasi beads every time. You never know when the death will come. So if you have Tulasi beads, always you are safe that you'll be taken away by the Vishnu Dutas, not Yamadutas. So okay, I was getting late. Okay, I'll stop here. Okay, I'll take the last few points and we'll stop. Oh friend, as four-faced Brahmana cannot describe all glories of Lord Krishna, who holds the Samang Bhav, so he cannot describe all glories of Tulasi Maharani. So Brahma cannot glorify Tulasi Krishna. Similarly, he can't glorify Tulasi Maharani. Tulasi Maharani has that much glories. Only Krishna knows all the glories of Tulasi Maharani. So the man or woman who offers sandal paste and tulasi to Sri Krishna Chandra feet attain the results I have told to you. That means whatever the benediction, whatever the benefits been explained here, one offer the sandal paste made from tulasi and also tulasi leaf on the feet of Sri Krishna, they will attain all the benefits. So one has to remember that we can offer only tulasi only to Vishnu tattvas. Like we can offer tulasi to Krishna, Vishnu, Vishnu avatars, Narsimha avatar, everything. But we should not offer the Tulasi Maharani to any Panchatattvas. We should not offer Tulasi Maharani to Radharani as well. So you can keep Tulasi the Radharani's hand that she's offered Tulasi Maharani to Krishna, but we should not keep Tulasi Maharani in the feet of Srimati Radharani. So we can offer only to Krishna. If you look at our ISKCON temples, always they have Tulasi Maharani in the feet of Sri Krishna, not only Radharani. So, O gopis, serve Tulasi every day, then Sri Krishna will always be your submissive servant. So, this is what saying to Chandran is finally saying to Sri Srimati Radharani. So, who serves Tulasi every day, then Krishna will always be the submissive servant. Sri Narada said, O king, after hearing Chandran's words, Sri Radha, the queen of Rasa dance, in order to please Lord Krishna, began to serve Sri Tulasi Maharani. Okay, I'll stop here because I have a few more things to go, but that will be a lot. I will discuss this in my next presentation, where I try to combine some of the what Tulsi Maharani was arranging the 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 meeting points for Sri Krishna and Radha in the Goloka Vrindavan, how she's organizing, how these parrots are playing a role in organizing things, arranging things. I'll talk more about that. That time I'll talk more about the different benefits of Tulsi Maharani's workshop. So I will stop here. Thank you for listening. If I make any mistakes, please forgive me. And if you know more about Tulsi Maharani, please share. I'll be happy to hear. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very beautiful session, Prabhuji. It is very pleasing, and listening to this glories of Tulasi Maharani itself is purifying. So much blissful. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for sharing all these
Thank
things.
you.
And one question, Prabhuji. Who is Chandranana?
I saw Chandrana was a friend of Srimati Radharani.
Right. Okay.
That's what I saw. I was trying to do some research in that. I end up in getting that it's a friend of Srimati Radharani. This is what I got. I didn't got anything more than that.
And
Yeah, he has opportunity to listen to Gargamuni. So then Radharani wanted to know more about how to please, and then describing about what Gargamuni was saying, and then explaining everything to Radharani to see how we can serve Srimati Tulasi Maharani.
yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji. And one more point to ask. So this is the Dakshavarni, isn't it, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
And he is the 11th Manu, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
We are in the 7th Manvantara. So he is going to be the future. So Vrinda Devi is going to appear in the future. Is that right? Or is a future Manvantara, isn't
No,
it?
Prabhu. I know he's not Prabhu. When it's all happened in the past, before the Kali Yuga.
Is that previous Brahma's day or this Brahma's day?
That's a good question. I don't know, Prabhu. I'll do some research on that.
Yeah, thank you.
I know he's a Manu, that's for sure, but I don't know exactly how this has been arranged in the order. Because Tulsi Maharani was born in the Manu's Daksha Savarni family, but that's kind of a lineage before she comes into the material world.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
I'll research, Prabhu, because I know I didn't check from that point of view, but I'll read more about them, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
But there's also some other story as well, because in South India, they also say that she got married to Jalandhar, even though the father and mother is same. But then they said that they got married to Jalandhar, and then Jalandhar was been because Lord great devotee of Shiva. That's what they say. Like there's kind of that's what the Jalandhar in Punjab is more close to this person where he was a king. And there's a temple for Tulsi Maharani in Jalandhar. It's also says like that, but I just want to strictly follow to ISKCON. So I just talk. I got the information from our books here.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So this comes from Brahma Vaivat Mahapurana.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, yeah.
And that Jalandhar, that past time, so which scripture, Prabhuji?
I didn't dig into the. When I look at these Sri Vaishnavas classes, they talk more about Jalandhar. Even though the stories all seems to be the same to me, but then instead of Shankar Chuda, they have Jalandhar. So I didn't look at more into the connection between these two, whether it's something been changed, but didn't look at it. But I don't have enough time to do. But I was more focusing on Tulasi Maharani's worshipping Tulasi Maharani, how beneficial it is for the spiritual life. That's what I really wanted to focus here. But yeah, I'll get more information on that, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And also just to share a little bit, so once again, it is going to leading to Radharani's puja and vrata. So once Radharani sees that Krishna is not visible in her palace, so she was thinking and searching for Krishna. So Radharani says Krishna with Tulsi Devi in the Tulsi Vana. So at that time, Radharani was a bit angry, and then she takes all her expansions into herself, like gopis, all Lakshmis, goddess of fortunes, from all women, in fact. And then she disappears, and all the demigods, they go to Krishna and then ask for, so we lost our wives, and then please help. Then Krishna, so he starts, he takes a bath and then started glorifying Radharani. So that goes to how to please Radharani. And then whoever is glorifying with that stotra, whatever Krishna glorifying Radharani, and then later on Radharani appears with herself, and then all the gopis and all the goddess of fortunes and Lakshmi Devi, Saraswati, everyone appears again filled with Golok with all the gopis. And then whoever uses that stotra as well, so they will be taken by Radharani to Goloka by herself. So Suyagnya was taken by Radharani in her chariot. So the chariots, there are three beautiful chariots, 5 chariots in fact, that Krishna has got. Out of those, one is with Narayana, one is with Radharani, and 3 of them with Krishna only. So Radharani comes within that chariot and takes Suyagnya along with her to Goloka Vrindavan. And Suyagnya, he performs worshipping of Radharani for 1 year, and then Radharani comes and then be pleased, and she takes him.
Okay. Yeah, there's also some story, like, when Tulasi Maharani was doing this tapasya, so she know the past, she know her previous birth. So she was explaining this to Brahma, and then she said she's afraid of Srimati Radharani. So then Brahma gave like a 16 syllable mantra to Tulasi Maharani on the Radharani's mantra. So if you just keep on reciting this mantra, then it will be protected by Radharani. So she was doing for 1 year. Then she became very close to, even though she come close to Krishna, Radharani don't get angry on her. That kind of pastimes have happened because of Brahma's giving these mantras to Tulasi Maharani. That she was reciting this mantra for 1 year, then she can have back the relationship with Krishna.
Yeah, that's nice.
A lot of stories there in between.
Yes, Prabhuji, all pastimes circle with Radharani, Tulsi, and Krishna and gopis.
Yeah, definitely. It's very nice to read.
Again, so the Tulsi Rani, once she married to Narayana, there Narayana has got already Lakshmi Devi, Ganga, and also Saraswati as 3 consorts. Tulsi goes there, and then there Ganga and the goddess of fortune, so they are happy. But Saraswati Devi, again, there is kind of a, the woman's thing, so it happens. So there are curses happens again. So this one, once again, it's a beautiful pastime from the Brahma Vedanta Mahapurana itself. They turn into the rivers here, into this loop in the material world. Saraswati came as a river. Again, pastimes, nice pastimes. So it is so beautiful. So they were again sulkiness fighting between the women, kind of thing, conversations.
Yeah, because Mataji was reading this Madhuri Kadambini. It was so beautiful to see how these things are arranged. It's very beautiful pastimes. So a lot of things, it's very sweet for to see how this relationship, the kind of nectarine pastimes of Krishna and Radha. It's also beautiful to hear. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, so we can Dear devotees, if you have got any questions or you want to share anything, kindly share or kindly ask questions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very, very beautiful.
Thank you,
A
Mataji.
very nice class, Prabhuji, and lots of information. Thank you so much. Such a nice, wonderful class.
Thank
It's
you.
rare to hear like this. Very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you. Very nice topic.
Uh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
too heard about Jalandhar and Tulsi. Yeah, in
mm,
our place also they
yes.
talk so much about Jalandhar and Tulsi Maharani.
Yeah, I don't have enough time. I wanted to see what it is, where it's coming from, because I was just because even from this I need a lot of reading and a lot of summarizing and everything. So still I have more points to cover, but I thought to stop it.
Yeah, we look
Because
forward, Prabhuji, for next session. Thank you so much.
thank you, Mataji.
Prabhuji, that Madhuri Kadambini, where is that book from? Is it available in Manor at the Manor?
No, Mataji. I think this is it's published by Gaudiya Vaishnava Mission. No,
It is available. I think in some of the ISKCON temples it might be available.
I didn't see in the manner actually.
But it is there in ISKCON Desertry. That's where I go.
Okay. Online, Mataji?
Yeah, online. Yeah.
Oh,
I
thank you
read
so
most
much.
of the time from online because whenever I wanted to search something, it's very convenient. So,
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you for the information. Hare Krishna.
ISKCON Desert, there are a lot of books, Mataji.
lot of books are there in
PDF
ISKCON
version. PDF version is there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
I think I have also downloaded. I don't know. Like I will search. I can also send if I get. Yeah.
That will be very useful, Mataji, helpful. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So I think so previously Saurav Prabhuji also arranged with Ramnasuk Prabhuji about the glories of Tulsi Rani and how to look after her. And that pastimes, it is very nice. Just remembering those pastimes again.
Yes, so yeah, I think we need to do it quite often to remember all these things.
Yes. Saurav Prabhuji, would you like to share anything, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, very nice class, Prabhu. I come in little bit later after you start, so I kind of little bit goes wondering what exactly the topic started as, but it was very obvious. Very nice topic, very nice class, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for
I,
joining.
I mean, yeah, you're all teaching and everything, so I have nothing to share. But I'm actually just really in the recently when I'm joining.
Mhm.
I'm I kind of should say to everyone that I'm really joining in the mood just to listen. I'm really here just to listen. I I I I, I don't have anything to say. I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
That's fine, Prabhu. We would like to have association. So listening is also good that we have some association.
So yeah, so very nice topic. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. If you have any comments, I'll be happy to correct myself because I'm just practicing. Hopefully, one day my guru will help me to do better and better.
I have a kind of I'll try and make sense because I came in quite late after you started. So it's a question, and it may not be a meaningful question also, but I'll try to make sense. But it just kind of came into my mind that when you are describing all the glories of Tulsi Maharani and how our service to Tulsi Maharani actually liberates us and how it protects us and how it, when we say that we do this as a service to Tulsi Maharani, that's our action. We are doing it, and what you're saying happens is like is what comes out of it.
Yeah.
What happens in between that act, how, because I'm doing this particular service, also, like for example, you said the bigger the Tulasi tree. Is that correct? If I
Yes,
heard it
Prabhu. Yeah.
correctly, the more.
Yeah.
What was that statement exactly? That the more
So the statement is that Prabhu, what
devotees are liberated.
so in Garga Samhita it is said like
Mm,
the Tulasi tree, she has more branches, sub branches, longer roots, and kind of tree form. So
yes.
each branch corresponds to ancestors and descendants. So as she grow bigger and bigger,
Yeah.
our ancestors and descendants, they will be going to the transcendental abode of Lord Sri Krishna. That's
Okay.
what
I
it
see.
is in Garga
Okay.
Samhita.
Okay. Okay.
So, which means
Okay.
that she will flourish only when her bhakti is very strong. So she will not just reside in our house that that we wanted to have. Because the more devotion we do, and then my understanding is that if you are more doing a lot of service sadhana properly at home, then Tulsi Maharani would like to reside in the house, and she'll grow. When she growing, our bhakti will also grow. When the bhakti is growing, basically our ancestors and descendants will get beneficial from this. That by doing some nice service to Tulsi Maharani.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
That's a kind of
And
that's the kind of benefit of doing it. We do it, but
Not
we,
putting it.
yeah, I mean, knowingly unknowingly,
Become
we get all the benefits out of it.
sure.
But we have to do our devotion as good as possible to get all the what Shastra is saying to us. We know we are all
Sure.
being contaminated, we have been doing things, but we try to do the best we can at the current situation that Krishna will see us and then will help us to do it better and better.
Sure.
so like
Sure.
even for plucking for offering tulsi leaves to Krishna, even when we pluck the leaves from tulsi, there are a lot of mantras we have to pray and then plug, and then some of the days we should not pluck the leaves, and only there are so many specifications and mantras to be recited before we do any worship for Tulsi Maharani. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
Mm,
was hearing from the Vaishnavas. Yeah.
So tomorrow is a kind of Ekadashi. She also fasts like us, so we should not plug the leaves from Tulsi Maharani. So for offering, we had to do it today so that we can use it for tomorrow.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
so we had to follow some kind of regulations and rules and regulations to when worshipping Tulsi Maharani.
Sure. So these are the just now what you mentioned. If my earlier question that when we are offering this service or we are doing this, we're praying to Tulsi Maharani.
Mhm.
We get this, and this, and there's so many things that is listed, like as you were saying.
Yeah,
But just like you said, that it has to be done like when you're plucking the leaf, you have to do it by recitation of a particular mantra. So
yeah.
my question was, how is someone's wearing Tulsi beads around their neck? How does Yamaduta not approach them? Yes, it is a fact. It is a statement that we should know. But whether there is more subtle discussions around that. That was just a question.
But as far as I understand, as far as my little knowledge, because our acharyas say that because we are following our acharyas.
Of
So
course. Mhm,
if you follow our acharyas strictly and sincerely, so they are guiding us, and that's how
mm,
my understanding is that if the acharya said you had to wear tulsi beads and you had to strictly wear it every time, so if you got to going to follow that, then acharya will see, okay, this guy is doing everything what I'm saying, so then they will be happy, and then when they're
mm,
happy, subsequent guru paramparas will be happy, and that's how when Yamaraj is coming the time of death, they get instructions from the Yama Vishnudutas that he is Vaishnava, so don't come to him. So I will look after him. So this is how the arrangements will be happening, Prabhu. That's my understanding, Prabhu.
mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's what the main that's we are in the Guru Parampara system. So we get Diksha and then our Guru in lineage of Guru Parampara. So we are doing this service sincerely, sadhana bhakti. So when we're doing sadhana bhakti properly, sadhana bhakti will lead to us to the raganaga, rupanaga bhakti. So this is a kind of a devotional path one has to follow. So the sadhana That's a very Hindu sincere sadhana bhakti. Then, but that will lead us to the path of devotional service, which will bring you to Rupanuga, Raganuga, Rupanuga path.
Aganuga is also sadhana.
Yeah, when
Bhava Bhakti.
Bhava Bhakti. So in that way, our Vaishnava acharyas will be pleased, and then when we time of death, the Yamudutas see that Tulsi beads, and then they get instruction from the acharyas and Guru Paramparas, and then that's how our life will be taken care by them, Prabhu. That's my understanding, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you for the class. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for
And
coming.
also there is one little bit of pastime with an example, one historical fact. So once upon a time, there was a person, he used to go to the forest to bring the firewood. And so he has collected all the firewood, dry firewood, and he also, by the way, out of those things, he also found some of the tulsi sticks also came into the firewood, and he have kept it. But what happens? He has tied up all this wood and then made it as a pile, and then bringing on top of his head and coming. But actually, what has happened during that time? There was one snake on that. That pile of firewood. So when he was going, and opposite to that, one Brahmana comes and he observes that one. So I'm just giving this pastime. Not, I'm not exactly telling the story as it is, but this is the essence of it. So Brahmana is looking at that man and then wondered. So the snake is already waiting to bite, but it is not biting him yet. So Brahmana says to that person that there is a snake on top of that pile of wood, and it is not biting you because something is there. So that it may be some kind of tulasi sticks. So that's why later on he observes that, and immediately he does not take that one off. So that is what I don't remember the full pastime. It is a very nice story. Bipin Vihari Prabhuji was explaining this one, or someone has said in our Sangha itself.
Yes,
If
Prabhu, I have heard this story, Prabhu. Because that's because Yamaraj wanted to take him. That was his snake comes in, but then he asked then he said he has a tulsi sticks, so he should not be killed. So he said, what is the remedy for that? So he has to wait for some duration of time. So in that time, the snake's life is going to be killed. So when the snake is killed, then it will not happen to him. Something like that. I read the story, Prabhu. So because Tulsi Mahar, the sticks are there, so that protect that person, even though he's not devotee, because he just have a Tulsi sticks there, that protect him from death. That's one thing. I mean, I have a lot of things here, but that's also very interesting to read. But that's yeah.
I mean,
About Satyabhama Rukmani's pastimes.
yeah. Thank you for that, Amoga Prabhu. I'm just gathering that I think in the center of all this, correct me if I'm wrong, is faith. Our faith should be very, very strong. As you said in the words of our Acharya, and what we have been given, that if we follow that, then this is how we get the results.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, as Tulsi Maharani is, as Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, she's a spiritual master. So if you can, this nice service spiritual master, then our life will be successful. So she has the key to go into Vrindavan. So unless we get a mercy of her, we can't enter into Vrindavan. So Nectar of Instructions says that one has to recite Vrindavan. So if it's in Vrindavan, then for sure you go to Golaka Vrindavan. So if you enter to Vrindavan, you need to get a Tulsi Maharani's mercy. So it's all interconnected, such a way that we have to do this what Acharya says to us. So if we're going to do it faithfully, sincerely, and then to the best what we can, ultimately this will please the Guru and Gauranga, and then this will help us. This will then we get progress much faster. Yeah, then it will be more successful.
Yeah, I remember about Ramnath Prabhu's classes, and he had mentioned this. I first heard it from him
Mhm.
when he said that Tulsi Maharani is our living guru, in the
Mm.
sense that because she's living and she's there as our guru. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
For
true.
those, of course, we all have those who have gurus who are there in Bappi and Bani. Prabhupada is not um, with us, but Tulsi Maharani, when we see her, she's living guru.
Yeah, that's what Prabhupada have Tulasi Maharani's prayers on the first Mangala, after
Mm.
Mangala Arati, that we had to do it before do the japa. So Prabhupada kept this as a
Mm.
foremost in
Mm.
our sadhana bhakti, to have first do the worship to Tulasi Maharani before we chant.
Mm.
So yeah, Prabhupada is a Diksha Guru for us for the entire ISKCON. Sorry, yeah, sorry, not Diksha from Siksha Guru, sorry. He's from Siksha Guru to us. And then Tulsi Maharani is also he asked us to worship Tulsi Maharani before we start our japa. So that's the instruction what we got from Srila Prabhupada.
And I remember Ramnath Prabhu also saying how things, kind of, this is all I'm kind of coming back to me from our previous classes when I was there, that how things will start happening mystically almost,
Mm,
because when kind of the question I asked earlier myself, this answer comes to me back now in the discussion, that how does it exactly happen. With some of the things we will start noticing also is that it happens very in a mystic way.
mm.
uh, it's and when we have guru's blessing, then we can actually identify that.
Yes, Prabhu. Because
Yeah.
when if you look yourself back for starting your chanting initially, and then if you're just doing all these things in a year of time, if you look back where you are and where you are now, you will see the kind of a difference in your spiritual practice. So this is a
Mm,
kind of indication that something is happening within you, which is basically the Krishna is on the acharyas are helping us to in different way.
mm,
So you will see the kind of, if you look at, if I look back myself, how I was and how I am now, I could see how lots of ups and downs in my spiritual path, but still Acharya is helping me, still
mm,
still helping me in every way. Whenever I have some kind of issues, I always get some kind of instructions, and that instructions help me to move forward.
mm. Prabhupada has written so many letters. How many letters, you can say? Is it how many thousand letters? 18,000 or something? I can't remember.
I don't know.
10,000 something. I can't remember, but so many letters. And
Yeah, at least 10,000 plus, Prabhu.
yeah, and I remember one session with our Sangha when I think I was contemplating for some reason on mentioning about Tulsi Maharani when we were arranging the classes before that.
Mm,
And Ramnath Prabhu had mentioned about, is it Govinda Devi Dasi? I'm getting the name right. She's
mm,
the only devotee only disciple of Prabhupada whose name is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. And she, Prabhupada has never mentioned any disciple's name as
yeah,
such. And she was the greatest disciple who actually brought Tulsi Maharani to the West.
yes, exactly, Prabhu. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I remember that. Yeah.
And I was thinking of saying something to the group, and I was contemplating, thinking, is it the right time? Should I say it? Should I not say it? It was like a question in my mind.
Mm,
And I picked one of the morning letters. And when I'm thinking constantly, and it was not just a minute's thought, I had thought a few things about, what to do, what not. And of all the letters, I picked up a one random letter of maybe many thousand letters. And
mm.
that was a letter which was actually written to Govinda Devi Dasi.
Krishna, Krishna.
Nice.
And I was quite, taken aback. And I thought, what is my question about? I have to mention this point, this point, we need to put across. And I think after that, we arranged the classes for Tulsi Maharani
Mm,
first in our group. Um, because that was the first time I mentioned it. Because until then, I'd only heard,
mm.
and I had never heard these things before. So until then only I'd heard from Ramnath, but then I realized that no, I have to mention. So of all the few thousand letters, when I picked out one letter, that letter, Govinda Devidas's name came about Tulsi. So these are kind of, to me, these are the kind of mystic ways,
Yes,
she,
Prabhu. Yes,
she
exactly.
acts. It's happened another time. 2 times it has happened like that, not once. But
Yeah.
anyways, you are all, the practicing and very, what should I say? Doing
trying, Prabhu.
We are
You're trying.
you are initiated. All of you are initiated devotees. You are.
It's not like about the initiation, Prabhu. Just we first need to practice. When you submit your heart, that itself is an initiation. Like I mean, your my mind has already set. Like I wanted to do Krishna Seva, so that itself is a beginning. Like of course in literatures we read, getting initiation is the starting, beginning of the spiritual path. But still, the Hare Krishna mantra itself, well, even without initiation, if we chant, that is going to give a result because the mantra is very powerful by itself. So, to have a physical manifestation, it takes a little longer time. We not like initiated devotees are so good at. It's not like that, Prabhu. Like I was also thinking the same, but if we even we read Prabhupada's books and we start practicing by ourselves, that itself is going to be very, very good. Of course, at certain point of life, we need a guru's initiation to further progress. That's the only thing I have seen. Yeah. Without guru, of course, we cannot attain the prema. Like even though our sins are getting destroyed, but to attain the love of God, it's very, very difficult without a spiritual master. Yeah. In that
Yes.
regard, like initiation is very, very important because he directly, Guru connects with the Krishna because he's the representative of Krishna. So, yeah. But you are also practicing very sincerely. I know that whenever we come to
No,
them, you.
I'm as I was saying, I'm just here to listen. I'm listening as much as I can, and I've only just come a few classes, so yeah.
Hearing is one of the devotional service itself, Prabhu.
Do
So
come, Prabhu. You like to associate.
please come, yeah. We need your association back.
Thank you so much. Now it's 9:27. I'll hand.
Yeah, I can. If you don't have any further questions, I can go for Nashima prayers. So, okay, Prabhu, Ama Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Namaste Narasimhaya Prahaladalada Hiranyakashi Purvakshakam Chilatankanakalaye Ito Nasimha Parato Nasimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Nasimha Bahe Narasimha Hridaye Narasimha Narasimhamatim Charanam Prapate Narasimhamatim Charanam Prapate Narasimhamatim Charanam Prapate Avakara Kamalavare Naka Marbhuta Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhanga Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव। जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। नित्य गौर हरि बोल। नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय।
जय
प्रहलाद महाराज की जय।
जय
सद्गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय
कोटि भक्त वृंद की जय।
जय
हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very beautiful. And can we all unmute and do 3 loud Hari Bols to Sridhara Govinda, Prabhuji?
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
हरि
Hari
बोल।
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Bol.
Thank you so much for joining. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, we shall conclude now. पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय।
Hare Krishna conscious night everyone. So see you tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. for Japa session.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna.